Y'all been missing out on so much. Y'all gotta follow your boy on Snapchat. I moved to a new place, went on some crazy ass trips, met this guy, fought this guy, adopted whatever the hell this thing is. And don't get me wrong, all of those snaps are going to become story times, but wouldn't it be cool if you were there with me? So go follow your boy. I like hearing some of you guys' stories too.
White girls or black girls? Oh, I just don't know what to choose. Yeah, I see you guys in the comment section talking about some how come Drew's never in a video with a black girl, all this guy's crushes are white. I assure you I'm not racist, and that there's a perfectly reasonable explanation. The reason a lot of the girls in my videos are white is because white girls are hot. Lord, I'm a sinner. They're beautiful when they're sleeping. They're beautiful when they wake up. They're beautiful when they're eating. They're beautiful when they punch me in the face. I'm kidding. Quite honestly, I have dated girls who weren't white. Earlier part of my childhood, I dated almost all black girls. But it's when I moved to the suburbs with my family that I started dating otherwise. But I never really cared enough to nitpick about a girl's race. The important thing to me was that she was attractive as f, my guy. With the pretty eyes, the soft skin, the beautiful glistening lips. So damn smooth and shiny, it's like kissing an apple. Whew. Race was not a concern to me, but I mainly just dated the mass majority of whatever kind of girl was around me. When I was in the hood, it was black girls. When I was in the suburbs, it was white girls. It's not my fault that the world's not inclusive enough to have every girl in one place. I was watching Yo-Yo 808's video on this same topic the other day, and I was just thinking, why are our experiences so different with the same thing? When I got to this new school, I never noticed any, incredibly discernible difference between white girls and black girls. So it just made me wonder why anybody gave a shit, you know? Don't get me wrong, there are definitely some cultural differences, for sure, but I didn't notice, a crazy difference. Although my ability to research was, kinda limited because the one black female friend I had always tried her best to keep me away from any white female friend. I used to hang out with my friend Lily religiously, right? My friend Jasmine absolutely hated Lily. And anytime I hung out with Lily, afterwards I'd have to hear an earful about how terrible a person Lily was from Jasmine. So one day I was at home and I asked her, I was high by the way. I texted her asking her why she hates Lily so much, and her answer was abysmal. Some BS about her wanting what's best for me and thinking that it's wrong for me to be with somebody who's not black like me. And my opinion of it today is honestly, if you still have room in your mind to think like that, then you need to drink the biggest bucket of bleach and then tell me how you feel afterwards. But I was no older than 15 at the time, so I didn't know how to react to that, so I'm just I can't say for sure, but it really sounds like this girl is fucking racist. But that kind of threw me off guard, because to me, she's always seemed like a chill person. And by chill, I mean, she made me food, bro. Fish, rice and beans, jerk chicken. At least twice a week, she bringing me food. And I've told you guys before, but that feels like the sweetest thing somebody can do for me. And you can call me many things, but hungry's not one of them. And I wasn't gonna stop hanging out with Lily because she was also really cool. So when the winter ball came around, I knew exactly who I wanted to ask. Lily. And I didn't see her as anything more than just a friend at the time. But she wasn't ugly. And I figure at the very most, we could kiss. And then the friendship thing kind of bridges into the girlfriend thing. Worst case scenario, she says no and we're just back to being friends like before. And I get that you guys watch my videos and think I have some kind of riz, but I really don't. Because let me tell you why I have absolutely no riz. One day we were in class and I turned to Lily and I'm like, yo, you gotta dance for that winter ball thing? She goes, no one's asked me. Do you have someone you wanna ask? I don't know, just the reaction she gave me alone let me it made me think that she wanted me to ask her. And I got confirmation much later that she actually did, but my response to this girl who already has a yes prepared for me was, nah, I'm gonna go alone. Come on, bro, stop telling me that that's riz. I swallow defeat, and I leave the classroom. I sat for 2 weeks wanting to ask this girl out. But no matter how much I wanted to, I just didn't. I figure we already make such good friends. Why would I try and ruin it with something else? But you know who did ask me? Jasmine. And it's not that it would have been so horrible to go with her, but I'm just yeah, you're kind of racist, and that's a huge no for me. But what I told her was, yeah, I just kind of prefer to go to these things alone. So come the night of the dance, I'm there, completely by myself. And I don't mind being by myself. I'm still dancing nonetheless and having fun anyway. I'm just doing what I naturally do when there's loud music playing in a room. But let me tell you, I glance across the room and I see Lily and I feel so robbed. She is there looking like a 10 out of 10 fucking princess. She's got a beautiful dress on, her hair is straightened. Lesson to all the boys watching, if there's a girl you want to ask to the dance, then ask her. Because wishing you did in a situation like this fucking hurts. After she gets done taking her picture for the yearbook, I'm looking at her and she is just so fine. The friend zone has never felt so terrible. So I like kinda dance while walking over to her, you know what I'm saying? So we spend like, I don't know, 5 to 6 minutes dancing with each other. I'm not touching her, she's not touching me. So more specifically, instead of dancing with each other, we're dancing next to each other. And all of a sudden, over the speakers comes this song that was made by Big Sean and Nicki Minaj. I'm not gonna say what song it is. If you know the song, then you know the song. Comment down below. I wanna see how many of y'all niggas passed the vibe check. And if you know, this isn't one of those songs where you dance next to someone. This is the song where you dance on someone. So when I hear the song, I'm like, there's no way she's gonna dance with me to this song of all songs. I get ready to walk away, grabs my shoulder, and is like, wait, I really like this song too. And man, I'm like, it's okay, bro. All I'ma say was it was like a dream come true. But Jasmine ain't having the same dream, bro. She walks towards me and she looks pissed off. And I'm like, okay, bro, I already know what she's gonna do. She's gonna give me the speech of like whole black people shouldn't hang out with white people. It's gonna suck either way. But what she actually says when she gets to me is just, it's worse, okay? Alright, so me and Lily are dancing. Jasmine is walking up to us with the angriest look on her face. And I can already tell this bitch is trying to get into some trouble. So I do what any natural-born Chicago male would do. I keep dancing, bro. Like, fuck, I'm not trying to have her stop. You're not about to ruin my night just because you, So Jasmine grabs me by my ear, pulls me away from Lily, and my ear doesn't hurt that bad. The only thing that hurts in this moment is that she would pull me away from a glorious white girl while she's twerking. Like, bro, can you kill me afterwards, please, bro? She's not done, bro. I'm busy. She's mad as fuck, dude. She's like, so what happened to you coming alone? Coming alone? So Jasmine is essentially bitching me out in front of everybody in the gym room right now. She's upset because she thinks I lied to her. I can't get a word in to correct her. Being yelled at by a Jamaican girl, not fun. I don't know, man. When a girl's screaming at me, I've just learned throughout my life to just let them do it until they're fucking done. Because when your mouth is open, you're not listening. Why am I gonna waste my energy? I will, however, let a smart girl argue with a dumb girl. I don't know, man. I'm not even joking. It's like one of my top 3 favorite things to see a woman do.
Are these the things that you're fighting to end sexual assault?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, great. You don't have to be a feminist to fight to end sexual assault.
You don't have to be,
And men and women.
See? Isn't that way hotter than if they both started kissing? So Lily approaches the situation and I assume like, oh bro, she's mad too. I'm gonna get it from both ends. Both of the girls are gonna be fucking yelling at me. But not that's not what happened, bro. But not today, cause she came there standing on business. Lily goes, yo Jasmine, I wasn't done with him. Yo, what the Alright bro, let me compose myself, bro. I'm doing too much. I feel like such a fucking object, and I love it.
I like it. I like it.
Can't remember Jasmine's reply. It was probably some racist shit. But whatever she said obviously got under Lily's skin. Because they both start going at it in the middle of the gym room. But it evolves and it looks like it's gonna get physical. And me looking at the situation, I know Lily cannot win a physical fight against Jasmine. So I separate them, take them into the hallway, and I'm like, nah, you're not fighting in the gym room. So we bring it out into the hallway and we're sitting there. And I'm like,
what's going on?
Jasmine goes,
you said you didn't want to go to the dance with anyone, and I respected that. But honestly, it just seems like you're lying because you say that, and then I see you here with her, and it pisses me off. It's because, like, you know how I feel about her.
Didn't agree with a goddamn thing she said then. Everything she said was centered around how she felt instead of how things happened. But like I said earlier, I let her get it all out, okay? Thank you for sharing. Lily, what's going on with you?
Well, I came here to have a good time and dance with somebody that I liked. I did not come here to make you feel better. You've always had a problem with me, and you can't even tell me why. And now you're being unreasonable for no reason.
Bro, all I heard was that Lily liked me. On the inside, I was f***ing screaming. This girl that you thought put you in the friend zone didn't put you in the friend zone. How often does that happen? But on the outside, I play it cool. You don't even need to know that I be liking you like that. I mess around and marry you on a first night, bro. Me seeing how honest she was made me want to be honest. So I look at them both and I say, Jasmine, we are really good friends and I value your friendship, but listen, I did originally come to the dance alone, but when I saw Lily, I wanted to dance with her because I also like her. While I understand that you are upset, and I understand why you are upset, you are not within your rights to start screaming at people and embarrassing them. You say a bunch of stuff that I don't agree with about other races, and you try and ban me from hanging out with somebody I really care about. Those are the reasons I didn't want to go to the dance with you. If we could still be friends, then that would be great. Yo. She stands up, storms out, and walks out of the front doors of the school. The entire night, me and Lily don't see her again. I sneak Lily into the men's bathroom. Don't worry, it's not like we didn't it's not like that, bro. All I'ma say is when we came out, we went back to the dance and enjoyed the rest of the night. A little bit more happened in the story, but I think it's okay to just end it here. Moral of the story: if it ain't white, it ain't right, bro. I'm just kidding, I love every race of girls.
Ever since me and my sister got put into foster care, and hell, even before then, me and her were always treated very differently. And I'm not saying I wanted to have been treated like a 15-year-old girl, but shit, you could at least, try. Okay, let me back it up a little bit. I feel like you're not understanding me. Every kid in the foster care system had 3 things to look forward to: your monthly allowance, your clothing allowance, and Christmas. My sister's monthly allowance was $60. My monthly allowance was $20. And most months, my foster parent wouldn't even give it to me. When the system sent money to our foster parent to pay for our clothes for that month, my sister would usually be taken on a shopping trip that following weekend, where she would be able to get some new clothes, maybe some new shoes. But me, I was usually rocking the same shoes, same ill-fitted jeans with holes in them, and cycling through the same 6 shirts. And the system would spoil the shit out of my sister around Christmas. She got iPods, TVs, stereo systems, guitars. I got a football and some fucking coloring pencils. And I probably wouldn't make a big deal about it, but the thing that fucking irked me to my core was that she was the worst behaved between the 2 of us. And if you guys have been watching my videos for a while, you've seen the kind of shit that this girl does. She was able to get in fights at school, get in trouble at home, and still get new clothes. But it's me who has to go to school in fucking rags every day. And you know how fucking brutal kids are in Chicago at school about the clothes that you wear. I never really understood that, if I'm being honest. I mean, we were all stuck in the same broke-ass town where most children didn't even know their fathers. I never really thought you wearing Nike while somebody else is wearing FUBU gives you permission to be a My friend Donnie, though, always had it a little differently. Some of you guys may remember him from a different video. He was one of the 2 friends that I had, and unlike most people at that school, he came from a 2-parent household. The thing about Donnie is, he was always swagged the out. His mom always gave him money, every girl in our grade liked him, and his levels of confidence is something you only see on TV. And his mom is the most generous and sweetest person I know. She would take us to school sometimes, bring us some of that delicious McDonald's breakfast. Best memory I have is sitting in that cafeteria eating that motherfucking sausage, egg, and cheese Sammy, bro. Donnie was pretty generous too. Every now and then he'd slide me a few clothes to wear, since we were the same size and he had so many. And even if I couldn't look forward to Christmas, I could always look forward to my birthday. Even if I only had 2 friends to spend it with, they were my best friends. And given my situation, I know I may not have had the most normal childhood, but people like that and their families really made me feel normal. It was Donnie's mom who would let me stay at her place for the night whenever my foster parent was just too much. It was Alex's dad who showed up to pin the ribbon on me during the 8th grade graduation ceremony. These people who had no reason to do so made sure I had the best 4 years. One day Donnie comes through with these sick ass white and blue Nike sneakers. He said he saw that my shoes were recently falling apart, so he decided to give me these shoes that he never wore. And he also came through with 2 additional duffel bags full of entire fits. Next chance we get, we pull up to school looking fresh as fuck. There's something about wearing your best fit to school that just makes you feel kind of confident. So now I understood a little bit more why people wanted to fight Donnie. If I ain't have drip like this, I would be a hater too. I was able to rock these clothes for like 4 days until this lady got in a mood and everything up. Some of you guys may recognize her from my other videos. She was my foster parent at the time. The bitch is unstable mentally. She should have had no business being anywhere near kids, and I really hope she got some professional help. So one day after school, I walk into my house, and at this point, I'm still sporting some of the clothes that Donnie gave me. I'm trying to get down to the basement, which is where my room was, when I hear her say, where the fuck did you get those clothes? So now I'm frozen in my tracks, right? Because I could lie to her and say that I bought them myself, but she never gave me my allowance, she never gave me my clothing allowance, so she would know that I never bought them. But then I think, no matter what I say, it's gonna be the same outcome, because this lady hates to see me happy. I got them from Donnie. Donnie? Yes, Donnie. Why you getting clothes from him? I needed new clothes and he cares about me? Are you saying I don't? Did you get me new clothes? So you got clothes from him to prove a point? No, I got new clothes from him because I needed them. I just don't feel comfortable with you taking handouts. My old shoes literally have holes in them. I got tired of reassembling my shoes every day before school, so I took some shoes from my friend. I don't think I understand the problem here. The problem is I'm your mom and I want you to return all that shit to him. End of conversation. Foster mom. It sucks when your parents won't do something for you and they also forbid you from getting that help from someone else. And I used to try to be understanding as to why she was the way she was. Right, she lost her husband 3 years ago to gang violence, and I could tell she never really processed it correctly. But after a while, it's not really my problem. I don't mean to sound like a dick or come off cold, but you don't use people to deal with things. When I got down to my room, I was pissed off. I gotta go to school with fucking holes in my shoes because of your ego. But I took off the clothes, put them in the bag, and started getting rid of all the clothes that he gave to me, changing once again into my old rags. I take the 2 duffel bags and walk over to his house, and when I see him, I don't even have to say anything, because he already knows exactly what kind of person she is. So after I get back from his house, I pull the shoes he gave me from under the bed. And maybe this was just in my head, but for some reason, it felt like somehow, without me wearing them for 4 days, they got even worse. As tired as I was of playing this game, I had already played this game before. So I take the shoe and try to apply some glue to make it as good as new. The next day I wake up and go to school. I go to first period, second period, I look down at my shoes, all is well. I go to third period, fourth period, I look down. Yes, okay, just keep doing what you're doing, okay? Just please don't do this to me in the middle of school. Go to lunch. Okay, you still looking pretty good. Okay, I guess we're good. But I go to recess. And by now, I kind of stopped really worrying about the shoes. I was talking to this dude on the playground named Maurice. Wouldn't consider him a friend. He's actually an asshole. But he was the only dude I can talk to about this new show I'd been watching called Lab Rats. This guy's usually the class clown, and he never stops moving around to entertain people unless he's talking about this show. So while I'm talking to him, I see him look down. And I didn't notice what he was looking at the time, so I just kept talking. But then he shoots me this Anthony Mackie ass grin. Oh no. I look down at my shoe, and all of the holes that were in my shoe ripped together into one big, giant hole. I look up at him and he's still grinning at me. For a while we don't say anything because there's nothing to say. We both know what he's gonna do. Maurice, please, just don't. I know you're a funny guy, but just don't do this, please. Shh. I'm sorry. I have to do my job. Hey y'all, come and look at Deshante's shoes! Bro, you been to church lately? No. Then why your shoes so holy? Yo shit look like a transformer that stopped halfway. The dude starts roasting me. And he's not just coming after my shoes, he's going in for my soul. Having everybody laugh at you like that is not fun, my guy. And I think it was mainly because I spent the entire day trying to avoid this exact outcome, so it hit harder. That walk home was awful. The entire time I just felt like demoralized, almost as if I wasn't even a person. And it's crazy how at that age, somebody clowning you can make you feel like that. But unfortunately, that is just the world we live in. I get to my house, I'm walking past my foster mom and she's like, "How was school?" That question pissed me off so much I didn't even say anything. I took off my shoes, dropped them at her feet, and went to my room. Moral of the story: when you place too much value on what people think or what they say about you, you give them your happiness. And no one is going to take care of or care about your happiness as much as you. It is up to you to decide what you're worth and not the things you wear. Just a quick question. Do you guys think it's wrong for a guy to like a girl that has a wheelchair? Because last time I checked, wait. I feel like I should tell you guys this is less of a story time and more of a video essay. When I was in high school, there was this girl that I'd pass in the halls, and I always thought she was really cool. She was talkative, she was smart, always had a smile on her face, and always tried her best at everything. If she saw something fun happening, she would always want to participate. And if there was a dance happening at the school, dancing her heart out. I mean, as far as I was concerned, in my opinion, she was living life 100% correctly. Even though she couldn't walk, she never used it as an excuse to feel bad for herself. Everybody else
always had something to complain about. I always spent a weird amount of time trying to work up the courage to talk to her, just planning out our conversations in my mind. I mean, I used to make up entire TV show plot lines about me talking to her and us getting married. I would usually die at the end of the show. I love you so much, Legs-kun. I love you too, Wheelchair-chan. I'm a guy from season 1 and I'm gonna kill Legs-kun.
If I close my eyes, I can still see your smile.
Fucking guy from season 1 fucking killed my fucking Legs-kun. Baka, you fucking, you're such a baka. You killed him, baka. Legs-kun! Eventually, I told my friends about my feelings, and I got a reaction that I don't usually get. What, do you have some kind of fetish for girls who can't walk? That is honestly just so gross. Which to me was like a really weird reaction.
And that's kind of what I want to ask you guys, like genuinely. Why is it that when somebody dates a person with a disability, people always assume it's either for charity points or some kind of kink? Like we can just think someone's cool and want to be around them without it turning into some weird narrative. Do you think that stigma comes from actual concern or just fucking projection and ableism masking itself as concern? It's like for a minute when the black community turned on Michael B. Jordan for a second there, which was only because the women felt like he should have been dating more black women. Because, you know, clearly he fucking owes them something. And speaking of, it's kind of wild how much flack I've gotten over the years just for dating someone who wasn't my race. Like this one time I was having a conversation with this girl at work. And when I say have a conversation, I really mean she was just yapping in my goddamn ear while I was doing my job. Going on and on non-stop about what she likes in a guy, what she doesn't like, the red flags that she doesn't like in guys. To be honest, that information is only useful to somebody who wants to date you. I don't know why all your problems with guys are suddenly my problem, but after a while she notices that I'm just listening and not responding. So she goes, "You have a girlfriend, right? What race is she?" Without hesitation, I say, "My girlfriend's Asian." This woman looks me in my eyes. She takes a deep breath so that way she has enough energy to do the ignorant shit she's about to do. Fetishizer! He's a fetishizer! In the middle of the workplace. I was so done by this point. I was so done. And this was a sentiment I was way too familiar with. Being a 6'4" black guy, people don't assume that I experience things like pain and loss. So if I'm dating a girl who is smaller than me or a different race than me, they already perceive her as a victim. They see my relationship as something that's happening to the girl as opposed to something between both of us. And if you look anything like me, you will experience this more and more as you date people and have breakups. Your girlfriend can literally stab you in the back, but people are never going to be on your side. So naturally, when I got my first chance to talk to her, I was very nervous. I did just about everything wrong. I see her in the hallway, I walk up to her, but instead of approaching her normally, as equals, I do this motion. Squatting down to her as if she was a literal toddler. Like, oh my god, dude. She looked genuinely confused as to what I was doing. I opened my mouth and tried to speak, but of course I have no words. Everything that people will say about me or have said about me was just ringing in my head. Fast forward halfway through the school year, see her there at the dance with another dude. She seemed like she was having a good time. I was happy for her, but I couldn't help but imagine like if that could have been me if I had asked her, despite what people were saying about me. Because despite the guy not being in a wheelchair and looking kinda similar to me, it really did not seem like anybody cared all that much. But what are your thoughts on this? I'm genuinely interested to know, guys. Is it okay for somebody to get into a relationship with a differently abled person? Or do you feel like people should just date people with their same abilities? Same goes for people dating other people in different races. What are your thoughts on that? Alright, I gotta go feed my cat.